Common sense. We're all aware of what common sense is. You know who isn't? Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone does not know what that is because how can somebody look at these stats between Anthony Volpe and Jose Caballero and say, you know what? Anthony Volpe should be the starter for the rest of the season for the New York Yankees. 18 errors, Mr. Volpe 6, throwing the ball into the dugout. Not only that, creating a safety hazard for fans behind first plate because Anthony Volpe might just strike you in the head trying to throw it to Paul Goldschmidt or Ben Rice, whoever's at first base that day. And he might accidentally strike you in the face because that's how bad he's been defensively. Not only that, pitches thrown in the dirt, pitches thrown up in the sky. Anthony Volpe will still swing at that. But that is the starting shortstop for the New York Yankees. Foundational piece. But Jose Caballero coming in from Tampa Bay, being an absolute beast with, on-base percentage over 300, 42 stolen bases, leading the entire MLB. But still, Anthony Volpe, hey, get yourself somebody. Get yourself a partner, a spouse that backs you like Aaron Boone backs Anthony Volpe, because he basically had this statement because they brought it up to him in the media saying, oh, should Jose Caballero be the starter at shortstop for the rest of the year? And he said, oof, I feel like Volpe went through a tough few weeks, maybe even a month on a road trip. It's like, oh yeah, Volpe had a tough opening month, maybe the second, third, fourth, whole season. He's had a tough season. That's the reality of the truth. Anthony Volpe hasn't looked great all season. I can't really name you, Anthony Volpe was great this month. No, he's just been trash. He's not a very good baseball player. That's all it is. But he said, considering last October, he had a decent little October. That really gave us enough that he could be trash all 2025, maybe 2026 as well. And he's still going to come out and be the starter, even if the guy who fills in for him when he's hurt is playing with his pants on fire and absolutely being a great defensive shortstop. And then his bat is crazy. And then when he gets on base, he actually has the most stolen bases in the league. But that's not enough, actually. Sorry. We stop seeing E6. Bring back Volpe is basically what he's saying. And he said, oh yeah, we know we're going to get the best out of him for the rest of the year. The crazy thing is, Anthony Volpe could literally go 0 for 30, 0 for 100, for the rest of September. 5 errors leading into October, and in the starting game 1 of the wild card, Anthony Volpe will still be starting shortstop. And they might even think about leading him off, because if Austin Slater is leading off, then you might as well put Volpe at leadoff, because there's no way Slater should be getting the most at-bats for the New York Yankees in October. But when it's the Boston Red Sox and everything's on the line, hey, put in Slater leadoff. But I'll get into that in another video. Then it was thrown into Aaron Boone's attention that, oh, maybe Anthony Volpe would benefit from a AAA stint, get the confidence up, block out the noise, because every time he performs poorly, the New York Yankees fans in the stadium and online are really hammering in onto Volpe's confidence. So he's doing poorly, so the fans are outraged that he's even playing. So they said, oh, maybe he should go to AAA, get that confidence up, and then they can bring him back in the future. And then Aaron Boone said, what planet does this guy get sent down? That's a shortstop. I don't know what planet. So, Aaron Boone, look at the ground, spell out Earth. That's the planet, because we are both on the same planet, where this is absolutely something that should be considered. He's been playing horrible, man. George Lombardi Jr. would be playing better than him. Oswald Peraza would be playing better than him. Dominican Kevin Newman, man. I'm telling you right now, any Major League Baseball player would be better than Anthony Volpe at shortstop. We're on planet Earth, man. This is a realistic thing. But if it wasn't for Brian Cashman coming out and, basically playing blackjack and getting a 20 and still hitting on it, basically that's what it is to back Anthony Volpe before the season, and then him absolutely having a meltdown defensively and offensively. And now Cashman's ego's hurt, analytics team's ego's hurt, and Aaron Boone has to back that as well, and he's blindly going to be following the computer and Cashman's say, right? And honestly, it's clean house time, in my opinion, because it's been, since '09, since the New York Yankees have won a World Series and have had a top 3 payroll every single year, and then they have these decisions. Austin Slater leadoff is absolutely diabolical. You might as well be a Boston Red Sox fan and manage the Yankees, because that's the move that you'd be doing. Anthony Volpe starting no matter what. Boston Red Sox super fan decision right there. It's the reality of the truth, but there's no reason to not shut down Volpe, because you already have the excuse for his poor performances this year. That gives you the excuse to have him at opening day starting shortstop, because you have the partial labrum tear. By the way, you can't really play through that. You really need surgery and time to actually fully 100% heal that. So let's say he's actually has this injury, right? That's coming out after all the whole poor season he just had. Now you have a actual problem, because you don't want this to affect his whole career. Stop playing him injured if he's really injured. Shut him down, get him the surgery, have him for next season. Caballero's doing enough to where the point that you don't need to force Volpe out there. If it's Aaron Judge, maybe I understand why you're trying to keep him out on the field, because that is MVP right there. But it's Anthony Volpe who's the worst player on the team. Literally. So, shut him down next season, give him another shot. This year, you have a chance. It's a very wide open American League, and I give the Yankees a chance with a couple NL playoff caliber teams. So you have a definite chance to be able to return to the World Series. Win it, I'm not so certain, but to get back, there's a big chance, and that chance decreases with Volpe at shortstop. It's the truth. And this increases with Caballero at shortstop. It's not rocket science, man. It's 1 + 1 = 2. But these guys' egos are so hurt. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of these guys being employed. The unemployment market isn't gonna be the same until these guys are on there, because they fully deserve it. I've never seen anybody be rewarded for not doing their job good until you saw the New York Yankees manage Brian Cashman, the analytics team, and Aaron Boone's contract. You have your excuse, shut him down. If he's really hurt, just sit him down, man. You're really gonna affect his career, and you're gonna affect everything about him. It's quite literally the toughest position in baseball today, to be the starting shortstop for the New York Yankees, and you're making him do it through a partial labrum tear and at his worst, his worst form of his career. Come on, let's think. Common sense, like I said. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below what you would do with Anthony Volpe's situation. Personally, it's time to shut him down. Next season, do whatever. But this year, you have a chance to get a championship, and Volpe will not give you anything for that. I promise you that.